As Jeff. Short video, actually, on the concept of roles in a church and why we're elected to roles, or we kind of usually elected to some kind of role as a deacon or on a church council, depending on your church. I'm not going to talk about different specific churches, types of denominations. I'm going to give this a general one, but it does reflect. Go watch my intro video of my background on that. I have come from a lot of different backgrounds of churches across the whole range of Protestant churches, not just evangelical pure. The concept of role, one of the things is that people will be elected to a role or be nominated for a role. Look at what their CV is, look what their resume is, look what their experience is before you nominate them. That's quite an important thing, and I've talked a little bit about that in the leadership and the management topic. That's watching the video about that too. But what happens is, the risk I've seen is that people, they get nominated to a role as a council member or a deacon, and then what happens is they start coming, the risk that I've seen is they start coming because they have a role. So it's an obligation to come rather than because they want to come. And the risk of that is they only come because they have to come for that role in order to show that they have the status of the role for the period of time they have their mandate. That's not good. Because then you just come into the type of thing that we mean at work, and you come because you're wage slaves. It's the kind of being a wage slave, you come to work because you have to be there, not because you want to be there. And what you want is usually at work have people that want to be there, they really want to be involved, and they love it. That's the same kind of thing. You want people to be at church and be in the roles because they love it. They love to be involved and engaged and committed. And so avoid, when possible, getting into that cycle, that vicious cycle, of having people become the council, and then the council members are the only people that have all the responsibility, or they have to do everything. The deacons and the council members have to do everything. They have to do all the collections, they have to do the offering, they have to do all the welcome, they have to do the open up the building, they have to open up do this, do that, they have to do all the activities, and delegate out, get other people, motivate people, get everyone involved. Because what happens is, if you do have 20%, again the Pareto triangle, if 20% do 80% of the work, they'll burn out, and you're going to be burning out people on a regular basis. And then they won't want to come to, because they heard this is not good, they're going to burn them out, they want to be on the role. You want to, the council, you want to have people that motivate others, you want to have enthusiasts, we call this. But not the number of enthusiasts, but the type of enthusiasm that motivates people, leads people in the movement to be moving forward. You want to go ahead and have people that come because they're engaged and committed, not because they have a role. And what I've learned in my experience is I tell people that I don't care about a role. I don't care if I have a role. I've had roles. But that's not the thing that allows me or disallows me to participate and to actually give my input and to move and help provide leadership. Even where I've not been in leadership positions, roles, I still provide leadership and input to making things advance and move. It doesn't matter what the role is. It doesn't matter if you've got some official role or not. And there are times when you might not have that. And I've learned that it's really not important to have a role to it, to have that role that is the only reason you're doing it. It's better, I've found, to be doing it because you want to do it, not because you've got the role, not because you've been elected to nominate to a role. Usually that type of thing is a recognition of your desire to be involved. It's better when it's the recognition of it and you continue to do it because you want to. Not that you've come to the role finally, again, and then finally you start being involved and committed. That is a very high risk of burnout, and is a very difficult thing to deal with when you've got a lot of people that don't want to be involved finally because they're tired out and they burn out. So think about that, about the risk of being the role, the obligated, mandatory roles, and how they can be a trap in some circumstances. Try to avoid that trap.